This is a snippet they released.
I'm at the point now where I just want to I feel.
Let me address this real quick. I see Drake got a interview coming up with Lil Yachty, and this is a snippet they released.
I'm at the point now where I just want to I feel like maybe we talked about this the other day, but I feel like I'm kind of introducing the concept in my mind of a graceful exit. I think I'm.
Yeah. Now, again, the clip cuts off before we exactly know what he's talking about, but most people are assuming that Drake is talking about perhaps he might be flirting with the idea that he should be planning and looking forward to a graceful exit to the music game, or to being on top, right? Let's just say being on top, because he is the most popular rapper. I think he's had that title pretty much perennially for the last 10 years. Now, this could be clickbait, but I definitely want to say I don't believe this at all. Okay, if no rapper comes out and says, yo, I am ready to give up the throne. Nobody does that, okay? If Drake honestly was feeling that way, he would just naturally fall back. He would fall back. He would take a lot of, enjoyment in playing the back role and helping other people's careers, kind of progress, not necessarily still keeping his foot on people's necks. And that's what he's doing to the entire game. If he was really thinking about a graceful exit, he would be focused on maybe, I don't know, executive producing a Party Next Door album, kind of signing some new talent, like doing some more stuff that, again, just might not be with him rapping. I think Drake is still as motivated as could be, because I think he's enjoying the perks of what comes with being the best and the top rapper in this modern day streaming era. The nigga has a cargo jet. He's a billionaire. If you ask me, he's the first musician or the first rapper who's made $1 billion off of music. Jay-Z's made $1 billion, not off of music. And when I mean music, I'm talking about through his rhymes and through the selling or the streaming or through record deals that had to do with the music, okay? He's done a lot of ancillary deals that's made millions of dollars, but Drake is the only one who's done that. For that reason, I don't believe this at all. So again, either this is kind of clickbait based on how it's edited, or I think Drake is saying this just like how he said, yo, when I get to 35, I'm gonna retire. And then when he got to 35, the nigga dropped, like, how old is Drake now? Didn't he say he was 35? He wouldn't be rapping at 35? How old is Drake? Yeah, Drake is 36. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Drake is 36 and he's about to drop probably like 2 or 3 albums this year. So I don't believe for 1 second he's trying to do a graceful exit. I would say this, right? And clearly, I don't think any rapper just goes from rapping a lot to not rapping. So I do think he'll always rap. But if he didn't give a fuck about relevance and he didn't give a fuck about running the game no more, I think he would move a lot more like Wayne. I think Wayne, after he went through the whole thing with Cash Money, I think, and actually even before then, I think even when Wayne prioritized Young Money, I think Wayne was cool with other people taking that top spot. I think he, in that 2008 era, maybe 2008 to 2010, or let's go back a little before that, 2007 to 2010 or 2009, I think Wayne wanted to absolutely be the number one. Everybody talk about me. And I think shortly after that, he found a new love of trying to help other people's careers and not giving a fuck about how he was perceived or trying to stay on top necessarily. And if you talk about a graceful exit, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think a lot of people have had graceful exits out the game. You know what I mean? Again, I don't think there's ever gonna be a graceful exit where you don't rap anymore. I think Nas has had a graceful career. Like, I think he's dealt with the highs and lows of his career. I think I don't know if I could necessarily say Jay-Z, but I gotta say Jay-Z because I've never seen him complain, even though he did announce his retirement like 2 times and came back, right? You know, he basically did the Jordan shit. But I look more at Wayne. I think Wayne has had a graceful transition, and let me not call it exit, a transition through being the most relevant artist to what it is. I think Drake definitely looks forward, or not look forward, but he anticipates a day where maybe he isn't the most popular rapper on earth anymore. I definitely believe he knows that day is coming, but I don't think he is planning for it actively, where he's almost thinking it's happening anytime soon, right? Just like, I don't even think LeBron knows his career is gonna come to an end at a certain time, but I don't think LeBron is like, yeah, I'm just trying to wrap this year up and maybe I got one more in me and then I'm done. I don't think LeBron looks at himself as like, yo, in the next 2 years I'm gonna be done. I think LeBron probably still think he has 4 more years, right? And the 4 years he's thinking he's gonna have is gonna be 4 years of impactfulness, right? But that's a long far cry of saying, oh yeah, he's thinking about this immediately, like this year is the last year, or the next year is the last year. So when it comes to Drake, I just don't believe that he's planning this as you know, keenly as people want to kind of make it seem with these comments. I think he definitely probably is also just taking into account we haven't seen the most relevant rapper in the game or the most trendy rapper in the game be a 40-year-old guy. And in the next 4 years, Drake's 40. You know what I mean? That's just what it's going to be. And I think he realizes at a certain time, he's going to lose touch no matter how much he does collabs with newer artists. He helps put other artists on, newer artists that is, and he does a really good job of trying to integrate with the new crowd. He doesn't try to force like his older style on them. He kind of, all right, cool, y'all doing Jersey Club? Cool, I'm dropping a like Sticky, or I'm doing some shit that kind of is close to it, but I'm doing it my version. I think he's really good with that, but I don't think Drake is at a point where he's just like, he's ready to hang it up. I don't believe that. And then Raheem, I agree with you. Raheem on Twitch, he said, yo, didn't the niggas just sign for like 500 million? Exactly. 500 million, like 5-6 projects. He's gonna have to complete it in the next 2-3 years. I think he's gonna flirt with it, and then I think maybe the next deal he does, maybe he doesn't drop it at such a rapid pace, but he's still gonna be dropping music. Also, here's the thing with Drake, and tell me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm missing something. Unlike Wayne and unlike Jay-Z, I believe that Drake has probably the least things set up that if he stopped rapping now, he could fall back into. Yes, obviously he has some stuff with Nike, with Nocta and stuff like that, but I'm talking about maybe passion projects, things that it would be worth giving up rapping or dropping music all the time to do. You know, obviously Wayne was focusing on Young Money, and he had some other issues, whether it was health issues or was kind of figuring out like, yo, he likes skateboarding or whatever that he wanted to do. Jay-Z clearly wanted to get on the business side of music. I can't tell if Drake stopped dropping music as frequently, what would Drake do? I just can't tell you what he would do. Drake don't really seem interested in putting on other artists, at least on his label. Drake always seems to be interested in finding whoever is hot and giving them a cosign, but that's usually through rap. So I don't know what would Drake do if